This is pretty wild what I spotted on Kickstarter with this game called Billionaire Bounties. Right after the horrific shooting we saw in New York City, where that guy targeted the United Healthcare CEO, people on the left are making these fantasies about just like offing people and making them into games. It's really creepy. And Kickstarter allows this. Kickstarter promotes this kind of violent rhetoric, this sort of like promotion of political violence. This is what they're about. And it's really, really weird. I saw a lot of crazy stuff on Kickstarter, and it's got a massive problem because it bans conservatives fairly regularly just for having projects that exist. And if they're even remotely conservatively political, they just throw out the ban hammer. Of course, I've been banned on Kickstarter myself. I've run more than a dozen successful graphic novel campaigns on there, and I always deliver. This is Jacob Airy, who's a great cultural commentator as well. He just got copies of my new book, The Hidden Emperor, in their nice oversized format as well, which I really appreciate him grabbing. And so we deliver also. I'm like a model Kickstarter creator, and there's nothing even political really about my books here. There's sci-fi. It's very Star Wars-y. But they banned me, all because of my YouTube commentary here. They didn't like it. They said I was in violation of their terms of service because of this. But somehow this isn't. My gosh. Let's get into the news in just a moment. My name's John Delarose. Everybody hit the like and subscribe button. I talk about all things in culture here with, of course, gaming being a big part of this. I'm a big board and card gamer. If you guys don't know, I'm also a science fiction author, and I create my own comics. And since Kickstarter has me banned, I have my graphic novel, The Emerald Array, on Fund My Comic. And we are a success without Kickstarter right here. We're doing very, very well. This is almost done right now. The line art's done, and the colors are about halfway done with the third part, so about 80% done total. And we will have this done within January and get this ready to ship out to you guys in February or March. And so this is a 66-page graphic novel. It's Space Marines fighting bug monsters. I have a full male Space Marine unit, no female Space Marines. Very important right there. And it's a lot of fun. This is high-action adventure. It's stuff like classic comic books that you'll absolutely love. Support our channel and grab this in the description below. Back our book. And you can get the entire Terran Imperium Chronicles, which is the universe we've got here in this campaign also. If you just scroll down, you can get the Terran Imperium catch-up comics only. I also have novels with it as well because I'm a very prolific author. So very, very sad that Kickstarter mistreats me and others. I'm not the only one. Of course, Kickstarter banned Mike Barron. He's the writer of The Punisher from back in the day. He made a book called Private American. It's right here, and you can see this is racist of Kickstarter. They banned a character with a black guy on the cover. Oh no, that's not good. Well, this was about a ICE agent who goes and hunts fentanyl dealers on the border, who are, of course, so I guess Kickstarter wants to protect fentanyl drug dealers. That's important to them. They banned this book after SJWs complained about it. It's absolutely crazy. So if this is something you can't do because it's it's got a character who's a vigilante fighting actual criminals, and then this one, Hans Schantz wrote this book called The Wise of Heart, and it's actually about a teacher who gets arrested for questioning gender ideology. And it's actually a spoof on the film Inherit the Wind, where, of course, you know, they did this dramatization of the Scopes monkey trial, where this teacher was allegedly arrested and all that for preaching Darwinism in schools. And so this is, again, just a kind of it's a fictional account. It's a story. But, of course, you know, there are two genders is something that you've got to ban on Kickstarter. But you know what? Hunting CEOs in a time where literally this just happened, hunting billionaires, you know, painting this as heroic activity, totally allowed on Kickstarter. Absolutely crazy. Now, Billionaire Bounties is not doing that well. So the good news is, guys, even despite my talking about it, 5 backers, everybody says this is tacky and I don't want this crap. And it looks like trash as a game as well, just by itself. But if you look at it, look at how crazy this is. One, roleplay the revolution. I mean, this is literally inciting riots and the like, inciting insurrection. This guy says he's passionate about empowering others, so he wants to be a community activist here in this deal. Billionaire Bounties is a 4 or more player cooperative role-playing card game, ages 18 and up. Here you are, so it's not appropriate for kids. Imagine a world where having been brutalized one too many times by a minority of people who hold a majority of the world's power and money, fellow humane people united in communal grief, righteous rage, and joyful solidarity. So he's saying the hunting of billionaires is, quote, humane. Do you see how crazy this is? This is like a manifesto. Kickstarter is putting a creepy manifesto live on their platform, and they approved it. This is not approved. Space Marines versus Bug Monsters. This is approved. This is insane. Listen to this, too. Greetings, people of the world. We, humane people, are done rewarding the inhumane. Since we can't shame the shameless, guilt the remorseless, or plead for empathy from those who lack it, we are announcing billionaire bounties. We are placing bounties on every billionaire and the politicians they own. The reward is everything they've stolen. However, every successful bounty collected puts the bounty on your head until or unless you share your wealth with others. Of course, empower yourself and terrify the inhumane, literally advocating terrorism, guys. We are humane hearts. We are humane people united. We are done rewarding inhumane. We will force the inhumane to be humane. Wow. This is creepy as heck. And this is what they are now, like I said, allowing on Kickstarter. You see all the people with their like gas mask, Antifa. You got a black guy. You got an Asian-ish lady. You got a gay dude. You got humane person Monet here, and it just looks absolutely terrible. Very crazy. And so look at this. Their motivation: son was killed in a school shooting massacre. This person's got like a 6 derangement, so it's like putting this stuff in here. And this is pretty wild. You get down into some of these cards here. And you've got some wild stuff. Boss napping. This is about kidnapping, like advocating kidnapping your boss. And again, totally allowed on Kickstarter. I mean, the people are even rejecting it, so I guess Kickstarter doesn't have to worry about it there. But my gosh, this is their trust and safety. Every time they tell you that like their trust and safety in terms of service or whatever doesn't allow certain things, know that they're complete liars, because this is something that is just absolutely disgusting, especially in the wake of the tragedy that just happened. It is absolutely incredibly over-the-top political and creepy. It is advocating for weird stuff. It reads like a manifesto, and this is what Kickstarter stands for. Clearly, they are good with this. I mean, they approved this, and they will disapprove other things if it doesn't suit their political agenda. Oddly enough, this is not the first card game that's being developed like this. This came from Salty Cracker. This weirdo made another card game, which was literally called which was a CEO kill list game as well. Now, this one was not on Kickstarter, but again, it seems like there's these creepy, weird dudes who are fantasizing about these things and actually trying to encourage others to do more of this, based on making it games, making it fun, and making it something that is part of the culture, in order to just harass people over politics and attack them over it. This is where we're going at this juncture, and it's not happening on the right. I don't see anybody on the right doing this kind of stuff. It's just the left. These commies always act like this. They always go absolutely crazy, and they get away with it. I don't know why these companies allow them to platform this kind of stuff, but they 100% do, and it's shameful that they do. All right. Guys, back the alternative. Again, I was banned from Kickstarter just because of this YouTube channel. They didn't like my commentary here. I actually got mass reported by people from DC Comics, actually within the industry, because they don't like that I'm doing very, very well, very, very successful. This was a great, huge, successful campaign. Kickstarter didn't like that, even though it's a good book. Even though it has nothing political in it, it's who you are that's more important to these people than actually what you do. It's all about identity. This is, again, identity politics playing a nasty role in Kickstarter, as you can see with their banning of me, and of course with their promotion of this. So this is Fund My Comic. It's a free speech platform. They're super awesome over here. I want to support them and support our project today. It's in the description below. You'll love this if you love science fiction. Great works. Like, this is a Star Wars Warhammer 40K alternative, and I appreciate you guys for supporting. We'll be back soon.